everybody. Welcome. Thank you very much for your participation here today. My name is Natalia. I'm part of the team of the D office here in Rio de Janeiro. It is a pleasure to welcome another session of the series Meeting the German Higher Education Institutions, where you can learn a bit about some options for your studies in Germany. This session will focus in the areas of engineering and IT. So today we have here with us three excellent universities, the Hochschule Offenburg, the Hochschule für Technik Stuttgart, the Technische Hochschule Deggendorf. They will tell you a bit about the courses. Some of our guests will be speaking in English, some in Portuguese. You can leave your chat in your questions in the chat along the presentations. If you need to write in Portuguese, it's no problem. I can translate it if necessary. Just a last warning, this session is being recorded. So if you miss any information, you can go watch it again on our YouTube channel. I will leave the link in the chat. And so I won't take any more time, and I will call our first guest, Ms. Vanya, to present the Hochschule Offenburg. So please, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Just give my screen. Share my screen. Yeah, so welcome to Hochschule Offenburg. Unfortunately, I don't speak Portuguese. I just know to say bom dia, tudo bem. That's all. But nevertheless, you're very welcome at our university. And well, I will try to present you the most important information. So we are situated in the southwest of Germany. It's called Tri-National Region, and we are working very close together with universities in Strasbourg and also in Basel, Switzerland. You can see here this green spot is our region. It's called Baden-Württemberg. And so we are very close to, well, neighbor to France and Switzerland, as I said, but also if you want to go to Italy or Paris, it's really close and affordable to go there. We are one of Germany's strongest economic regions. You can see here Mercedes and Porsche, you know them for sure. But we have a lot of hidden champions in the region, and so there are a lot of opportunities to get jobs beside the studies or even to do a bachelor or master thesis there. Also, our region is very known for its tradition. Maybe you already saw a woman with these red bubbles on the head on pictures. This meant in the past that this woman is not married. If the bubbles are black, then she's married. Back the Black Forest cake, you may have heard of it, and we just had our carnival season here. Which is always a lot of fun and very different from the rest of Germany because the people here wear these masks. It's sometimes scary, but it's very nice to see. And yeah, if you come to study in Offenburg, you will also join these events if you want to. Okay, let's talk about Offenburg University in general first. So we are a small-sized university. We only have 3,800 students, but 13% of them are international students. We have a lot of different bachelor and master's degrees. We are very strong in research, and we also have the opportunity to offer PhD places. We have, I think, a very good ratio of staff and professors, 130 professors, but that's not all. We also have professors from companies. They come to us and give lectures to very actual themes and theories. We have 4 departments. You can see them here: electrical engineering, informatics and medical technology, mechanical engineering and process engineering, media and business. And I will just present or name our English taught programs. We have 6 master degrees. They are all in these departments: biotechnology, communication and media engineering, which is the oldest program we have because we started in 1998 with the first master, and this was an English taught master. So yeah, long history. Enterprise and IT security, international business consulting, which is an MBA, and process engineering, which is like biotechnology, a double degree with Poland, and renewable energy and data engineering. And we are going new ways from October on because we start our first English taught bachelor in mechanical systems engineering. And well, we have also German-French programs, German-French-Swiss programs. So if you speak German and French, you could also apply to these programs. Some words to describe our university. Well, maybe what is important, we are very close connected with industry. That means we have a lot of research fields that we are doing together with industries. So that means we have practical relevance in all our fields of practice. And we have a very small student-teacher ratio. That means that you will know the professors very well, but they will know you too. And I think this is very, very nice and a big difference to big universities, really big universities. Because if you have questions, problems, or whatever, you can go to see them and talk to them, and well, they will know who you are and will take it in consideration. We always try to give an international perspective on all what we do and a forward-looking content. And we are very good in interdisciplinary collaboration. I will show you some projects we have afterwards, and this is really done by students and professors from several fields of study and research. And we have a very individual support for international students because all our English taught programs have its own coordinator. So you have one person who is really there for you and all your questions. Whatever you have, you can go to find this person and ask for help or support. Yes, as I said, you can also do your PhD at our university if you want to. These are normally applied research projects, and I think most of our PhD students coming from our master's degree. So we don't publish our PhD research themes, but you need to have closer contact to the professors, and then you may find your own topic together with them. So that's the normal way we do it. I said we are very good in research, and well, this may show this list of 11 research institutes that we have, but that is not all. We do a lot more of research, but it's not always organized in institutes. So this is just to give you a small overview of what we are doing in research and where we are very strong. These are the students' projects, some of them. but some of the most known here at our university, because they are they took part in world championships, for example. Here, Magma Simulation League, World Cup winner in 2018 and 2021, and Vice World Championship in 2022 and 23. We have this humanoid robot, I hope this is well pronounced, who was also world champion, and we are now going to work on robots more AI driven, sorry. And this is one project we are very proud of, because we are part of a European University Alliance. That means we have 8 other European universities which we collaborate very, very close together, and we try to create like one university. And that means that it gives our students a lot of opportunities to have mobilities. These may be short-term mobilities, long-term mobilities, even blended learning. Well, it's a long list, and I just wanted to show you that this is possible at our university too. So some practical information, for example, cost of living in Germany. Well, we calculate around 992 euro per month, which is normally the amount you will have if you get a blocked account, and they will raise this sum to you every month. And it may be enough to live here. Our support services, I put this small bubble accommodation service on the top because this is before your arrival. We have one colleague in our international center who is in charge of accommodation, and she will get in contact with you you will have her email as soon as you enroll, and she will try to find you an accommodation before arrival. So it works in 99%, and we are really proud of this service because it's not unique, but yeah, there are not a lot of universities doing so. We also try to give academic and personal support. For example, we have senior buddy system. An older student will get in contact with you before arrival also, and then come to pick you up at the station, bring you to your accommodation, and helps you with all these administrative things you have to do after arrival. We try to give you also some programs to enjoy our region, to discover our culture, and if you want to, you can join it. It's organized by the International Center for our international students. We have a German language course before the semester starts in winter, so during September, and you're very invited to join us here. You will have 4 hours every day German language course, and then in the afternoon, some excursions or some fun things to do. And we have a senior service that these are elder people from Offenburg. They join us for get-togethers, for example, or for our cultural programs sometimes, and they will get in contact with you to help you out with some issues you may have in Germany, but also to be just friends and do some cooking with you or help you with some paperwork for university or whatever you want. repairing a bike, for example, is very demanded. And yeah, so there's a lot of opportunities to join them and to have fun with them. We also have our international alumni network, and we try to organize now for October a mentoring program with our alumni for our students, our actual students, just to help them for this transition from end of study to career. And I hope this will work. It's our first try. So just to summarize, we have English taught programs, bachelor and masters. We teach in small groups. We will give you intercultural experience, comprehensive and individual services, or always a person you can talk to, and excellent career opportunities in the region. Our cultural program, just to give you some impressions, for example, the picture down, you can see our students from first semester, because we give them the opportunity to present their cultures in many ways, with presentations, dancing, singing, or whatever you can imagine, to the community of our university. And this is always a big event, and yeah, very nice. So that's all from my side. If you want to have a closer look on our programs, then please take this link. Otherwise, you can write an email if you want to. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for presenting the Hochschule Offenburg. I will now ask our guests for the Technical University of Stuttgart to turn on their cameras and make their presentations. You can leave your questions for Offenburg in the chat. In the end, we'll ask all of the questions to the representatives for you, okay? So now, please, Stuttgart, you have the floor.
Thank you.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you also see the screen?
Yes.
Good. I'm gonna first apologize in advance. It seems like I'm having some internet connection, so if at some point I freeze out, Max will take over. But in the meantime, let's do this. Max.
Yes. Welcome, everybody. My name is Max Haug. I'm the Dean of Studies of International Project Management at the Universities of Applied Sciences in Stuttgart. And we are going to represent two specific programs we are offering here, which are English taught, and they are called International Project Management, which is my task, and also Smart City Solutions. So both are, as I told, English taught, and they are postgraduate programs. That means you have to have 1 year of work experience and a bachelor degree in your pocket. So this is, just the overview, and we continue with the next slide. Yeah, Stuttgart, as well as Offenburg, we are located in the south of Germany, southwest of Germany, close to France and Switzerland. And we're the capital of the state of Baden-Württemberg. And actually, that's the richness of our location, that you can really travel around in Europe because we're located in the heart of Europe. Next slide. What you see here is the potentials we have in our region, which are located around about Stuttgart. Might be they're even famous out in the south of or in Brazil. And yeah, so these are supporters of our advisory boards we have on both our programs. Now I'm handing over to you, Gabriel. Let's continue.
Of course. As Max just mentioned, we are the capital of the state. Not only is it geographically a very good location, it's also economically a very good location. Bunch of international and very big companies that work with us and with our students. We are also in the center of the city, which is very practical for a lot of terms. And this is our institution that you might know, and you will know if you eventually decide to apply. We have 8 different buildings, a campus in the city center, but the most important building of all is our building, the building 8, which is the building of the Faculty of Architecture and Design. So both Smart City Solutions and International Project Management are part of the Faculty of Architecture and Design. And we have a set of a huge variety of facilities and installations that our students can use, from artificial sun paths to XR, AR labs, libraries and working spaces, computer labs, etc., etc. If you have the chance at some point to visit the city, give us a call or send us a text. We are always glad to do a small tour of the campus. You can also do this by yourself. The campus is open for everybody. You don't need you can simply access the campus. The 2 programs are sister programs. International Project Management has been going on for a little bit more times, 20 years if I have this correct. Smart City Solutions is a little bit more new. So we are I'm from Smart City Solutions and Max is from International Project Management. Both of them offer you a Master's of Engineering, and both of them are postgraduate non-consecutive master programs, which means, as Max mentioned at the beginning, that we require work experience to apply, which means that this is not entirely for fresh graduates from bachelor's or licenciates. And we also require English proficiency. Both of them are English taught. There is a possibility to do a double degree, an MBA with the university in Edinburgh, and this is of course optional. And we have study options, full-time and part-time. Part-time students are only available for EU residents, right? So whoever comes from outside and is arriving to Germany with a student visa, this is not available for them, unfortunately. But for whoever already lives in Europe, in the Schengen area, you can also study part-time. Both programs have tuition fees. I will most likely be able to share this presentation with you later, so you can see the details. SCS, Smart City Solutions, receives students once a year, only in September, and the application for that is in the 15th of April. And International Project Management accepts students twice a year, in September and in March. Basically, a bit of the resume of what we have speaking before. Well, you need, for this to apply, you need a bachelor's and or a master's degree in a related background, which means architecture, urbanism, engineering, city production fields, management, anything regarding to infrastructure, construction, planning, etc. Above average grades, 210 credit points, or ACTS, which roughly translates to more than 7 semesters of full-time study before. So that means that if you have a European bachelor's usually have 6 semesters. This might mean that you will need to acquire some extra credit points, but whoever's coming from Brazil, most likely you have already done more than 7 semesters of education, so that's fine. And well, you require 1 year of full-time professional experience after your graduation, and a really good command of the English language, which means above the B2 or C1 levels. Very briefly about the curriculum. We will leave some links to our website, so you can check this out by yourselves later on your own time. But briefly explained, smart city solutions and international project management have very similar curriculums, but also we have some differences. Smart city solutions, that said, we start in the winter semester, so that means that the first semester is in September. And we start with the basics of smart city solutions, which means the theories, the practices, smart city parameters in measuring, etc. We also look into smart urbanism and smart buildings, which means cities and architecture. And we look into smart information modeling. And then we jump to the summer semester, where we have governance and citizens management, smart sustainable finance, smart resources and resilience, and smart energy and mobility. So as you can see, this is both for architects and for engineers, also for urban planners. As I mentioned, if you come from social sciences, it would also be possible, or for political sciences, or from administration, as long as you have been working on architecture or planning or construction industries. But the most important thing is at the core of the curriculum of Smart City Solutions is the case study. The case study is one module which Max actually is also teaching next semester, and it's a module that goes both for winter and for summer semester, and it's an integration of everything that you have learned in different other learning units, which are applied into a real project, a real life project of any institution that is usually hosting the students to do a deep analysis into, a real project, and give the students the chance to do consultancy, let's say, on an academic level. And well, I'm gonna quickly give also Max the chance to explain the curriculum of IPM, of International Project Management.
Yes, thank you, Gabriel. So what you see here on that slide, that we are bringing students one step beyond, or one step further after having graduated their bachelor degree, because we are willing to focus beyond design. So we are focusing on processes, people, and technologies, and that's how we have shaped our curriculum. And that is what you can see here on that slide. So out of this are coming our modules we have shaped. So these are visible on the next slide. So also in our case, we have 9 modules. And the special thing in our case is that we have a fixed winter term and a fixed summer term. And depending when you're entering, it's very modular. So if you enter in the winter semester in September, you will start with module 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you enter in the summer, you will start with module 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the logic behind is that you're sitting with first and second semesters together in one classroom, and it's mixed. So maybe you were sitting together starting in September. Those who have started already in March will be with you in class, but that makes the richness actually of our program. So the mixture is not only the diversity of the internationality and the different backgrounds of the students, it's also the diversity of different semesters. What you can see here on that slide is just an example of our alumni. And we have Smart City Solution alumni, which are now on different companies, consultancies, and mobility consultancies, or in city departments doing smart city solutions there for city councils. If you look on the international project management part, some of them have made their own business, like Jürgen Fulm. Some are working for the real estate sector, like asset management for Siemens in the Middle East, or are working for local players like CPM or Gensler in Costa Rica. So they are spread all over the globe. Our alumni are very successful. That's a big success story, but just told by me would not be convincing enough. That's why we have another person invited to talk to you. And this is Catherine, and she's an alumni. She has just graduated. She's from Brazil, so she might give you an insight of our program from first hand. Catherine.
Yes. Essa parte da apresentação, então, eu vou fazer em português, já que eu sou do Brasil. Como o Max disse, eu acabei de me graduar no mestrado que eu fiz com a HFT. E eu queria compartilhar um pouquinho a experiência, como que foi com vocês, para vocês terem um pouco mais de noção de como foi a experiência, enfim. Uma coisa que eu queria frisar o Max também já comentou, mas o curso é bem completo, foi um dos motivos que eu acabei escolhendo o IPM da HFT para cursar. Você consegue ter uma noção de todos os setores possíveis de gerenciamento de projeto. Então, você vai ter uma perspectiva de sustentabilidade, você vai ter algumas matérias sobre tecnologia, outras sobre metodologia em si de gerenciamento de projeto, real estate. Então, você consegue, no final do curso, ter uma visão bem geral do mercado para entender melhor qual ramo você quer seguir. E é um curso internacional, então você acaba tendo uma noção do globo, né? Uma coisa realmente internacional de leis, regulações e tudo que está relacionado a gerenciamento de projeto. A gente também tem alguns momentos de excursões, tem o próprio case study, que no meu caso eu acabei indo para a Inglaterra fazer esse case study, e em Liverpool, mais especificamente, e foi um trabalho em grupo com o semestre inteiro, onde a gente teve a oportunidade de colocar em prática todo esse conhecimento que a gente estava adquirindo junto com o curso. Então, é realmente uma experiência bem completa que você tem desde o momento teórico até o momento de você realmente colocar na prática. E os professores também são muito amigáveis, eles são, o Max também já explicou, de vários setores diferentes, presente nas empresas parceiras, que eles acabaram de mostrar também durante a apresentação. Então, você também tem uma base de apoio, caso você tenha a ideia de se manter aqui na Alemanha, você tem essa ajuda também, você tem a possibilidade de ter essa conversa com os professores, de entender como seria viável para seguir carreira aqui na Alemanha ou em outro país na Europa que você queira, ou voltar para o Brasil e continuar no Brasil. Enfim, há muitas possibilidades depois do curso, com toda certeza absoluta.
É isso, muito
Muito
obrigado,
obrigado.
Catherine. Perfeito. Muito bem, eu vou simplesmente agora passar para agradecer a Catherine por compartilhar a tua história. E eu gostaria também de deixar aqui os links para as páginas web de Smart City Solutions e de Project Management. Uma coisa importante para nós é que nós não participamos do UniAssist, que é uma plataforma que muitas pessoas utilizam para se candidatar para as vagas de mestrado na Alemanha. Nós recebemos a candidatura diretamente nos... Oh, sorry. Right. Nós recebemos a candidatura diretamente nas nossas páginas, nos nossos e-mails da GSS e de IPM. Significa que nós vamos ter que receber os seus portfólios e os seus documentos se fazemos a avaliação pessoalmente. E também, se vocês quiserem ter uma ideia um pouquinho mais social do que acontece em Smart City Solutions e em Project Management, aqui estão os links que vocês podem também acessar para ver um pouquinho do dia a dia em Instagram e em LinkedIn dos dois programas, o que os estudantes fazem, o que eles publicam, as excursões, os cursos e, bom, um pouquinho mais da faculdade também. Então, com isso, eu gostaria só de agradecer o público e também a Max e a Catherine por estar aqui e ao DAD pela parceria também. Muito obrigado.
Tenho orgulho da minha equipe acadêmica internacional. Thank you very much. That's very impressive. Thank you, Catherine. That's from our part. Thank you, Gabriel. He's from Costa Rica, by the way.
Oh, yeah, from Costa Rica.
Thank you so much for the presentation for the programs in Stuttgart. I know we've had a lot of information so far, and I see we already have some questions in the chat, and we will get to them in a bit. But now we'll make a quick trip to Deggendorf. So I'll call Danielle and Marcos to make the presentation. Please, you can start.
Hi everyone, my name is Daniel Rodriguez, and well, I am responsible for recruitment in the Latin American area. So if you have any questions in the future, you can always address me. However, the presentation is going to be done by my colleague Marcos because he is from Brazil himself. He's from Rio, so I guess he will be able to provide you with a better input. However, if you have any questions, I'll be here for you.
Olá a todos, meu nome é Marcos, eu sou aluno daqui da Universidade de Deggendorf. Hoje eu vou falar um pouquinho da universidade, dos nossos cursos e de como é estudar aqui. Como é estudar em Deggendorf? Nossa universidade fica no estado da Baviera, que é o maior estado da Alemanha, com uma área de aproximadamente 70 mil quilômetros quadrados e uma população de 13 milhões de habitantes. O estado da Baviera disponibiliza para a ciência e pesquisa cerca de 17 bilhões de euros, e a gente é uma potência econômica com um PIB de 716 bilhões de euros e grandes empresas como BMW, Audi, Siemens e outras. Isso é importante porque muitos dos nossos alunos fazem estágio nessas empresas que ficam próximas dos nossos campos. E são algumas fotos da região de Deggendorf, né? A nossa região possui várias montanhas, florestas ao redor, fica às margens do rio Danúbio, que é um dos principais rios da Europa. A gente consegue ver o centro da cidade, alguns castelos na região. Vou falar também de alguns prêmios que a gente conquistou ao longo desses anos. A nossa universidade tem orgulho de ter conquistado o primeiro lugar em espírito empreendedor no World University Rankings for Innovation e outros prêmios como destaque no ranking universitário for administração de empresas, gestão internacional, entre outros. Aqui a gente tem uma foto da cidade de Deggendorf, a gente consegue ver o nosso campus aqui embaixo. A gente possui vários prédios e a cidade, como vocês podem ver, é cercada por natureza, pela floresta da Bavária. E é uma cidade linda, aconchegante. Todo mundo que for estudar aqui, tenho certeza que vai adorar esse lugar. O nosso mascote, Dexter, com os nossos alunos. E, como eu falei, a nossa universidade é mais internacional da Baviera. A gente possui cerca de 9.400 alunos, sendo que metade desses são de outros países, de mais de 100 países. A gente possui graduação e pós-graduação totalmente em inglês, possuímos dupla titulação, a gente tem parceria com universidades na Europa, na América do Sul, na Austrália, e também temos intercâmbios, onde os alunos podem estudar semestre em outros países. Vou mostrar a vocês agora um vídeo dos nossos estudantes, os estudantes embaixadores.
Hi, we're student ambassadors. We'll tell you all about our study programs and campus life.
Many people ask me about the visa application, how the process works, and I can tell it that it's not that hard. The only difficulty that I have is to make an appointment. You need to do it with a lot of anticipation. The process is very easy.
I receive questions from many different countries, like I've received from China, India. One time I received from Spain, Algeria, Morocco. It's really different.
I really enjoy working as a student ambassador, especially when I get interaction with other students, both online and on-site.
If you want to learn more, just drop us a message.
Nossa universidade possui vários estudantes embaixadores de diferentes partes do mundo. A gente está sempre à disposição de vocês. Qualquer dúvida sobre inscrição, sobre os cursos, a gente vai estar lá para responder a vocês. Os campi possui 3 campi universitários, o principal, que é na cidade de Deggendorf, mas também possuímos um na cidade de Pfarrkirchen, onde atualmente estudo, que é o European Campus Rotterdam. É o campus internacional, onde todas as aulas são ministradas em inglês, e possuímos o campus CAM, que é mais voltado à tecnologia, com cursos de inteligência artificial, engenharia. Aqui um mapa da Bavária, a gente consegue ver que fica na fronteira com a República Tcheca e a Áustria. O campus de Deggendorf fica bem no meio da Bavária e o campus fica mais próximo da República Tcheca e a gente em Pfarrkirchen, perto da Áustria de Salzburgo. Todos os campos ficam a 2 horas de distância de Munique por trem. O transporte aqui na Alemanha é maravilhoso, então vocês conseguem pegar trem cada 1 hora para Munique. Muitos alunos vivem aqui e trabalham em Munique. A gente possui, além desses 3 campos principais, 30 grupos de pesquisa e 16 campi tecnológicos, mais um campus de saúde e 7 institutos, onde os alunos também vão ter aulas e estudar e aprender. E temos um financiamento de 30 milhões disponibilizado pelo governo e para pesquisa 1,5 milhão de euros. Bom, a nossa universidade ela não foca somente nas aulas teóricas, como também em atividades práticas, então possuímos vários laboratórios onde os alunos vão colocar em prática tudo aquilo que aprenderam nas aulas. A gente pode ver aqui na foto um laboratório onde estão. Esse carro foi totalmente desenvolvido por estudantes de diferentes cursos. Ele é meio que nosso orgulho, porque com ele a gente disputou e ganhou o primeiro lugar no Grande Prêmio da Europa. E é um grupo de estudantes Fast Forest que inclui diversos estudantes de diferentes cursos da nossa universidade. Possuímos equipamentos de alta qualidade, por exemplo, na foto a gente vê uma sala com isolamento acústico que somente 5 universidades na Alemanha possuem igual. A prática, como eu falei, que é bem importante para nós, desenvolvimento de projetos. E os nossos cursos? A gente possui cursos de bacharelado em inglês, como, por exemplo, em negócio e turismo, administração de empresas, inteligência artificial, e na área de engenharia e tecnologia, produtos e construção, processos de construção, engenharia de sistema de energia, engenharia industrial. Possuímos também mestrados em diferentes áreas. Na engenharia, temos focos na engenharia de software automotivo, engenharia elétrica, robótica. Na área de saúde, temos saúde pública, que é o meu curso, no caso. Aqui tem todos. E também temos os cursos em alemão, que são as maiorias, mas você pode escolher entre estudar em alemão ou em inglês em nossa universidade, ou em ambos, inglês e alemão. Temos alguns cursos como engenharia elétrica, engenharia eletrônica e eletromobilidade. Os cursos de alemão, engenharia civil, eletromobilidade, engenharia mecânica, automotiva. E o de inglês, como eu já mencionei antes, engenharia de software, automotivo, robótica, inteligência artificial. Para estudar na Alemanha, geralmente é necessário o Student College. Então, como alguns alunos do Brasil não têm esse requisito, a gente tem cooperação com um instituto na Áustria, no qual o estudante ficará 1 ano estudando lá e automaticamente virá para a nossa faculdade após esse período de 1 ano na Áustria. Bom, qualquer dúvida, vocês podem entrar em contato com a gente, que a gente explica isso tudo direitinho para vocês também. A gente possui acreditação sistêmica pela agência ACIIN e a gente é bem orgulhoso disso, porque somente 22% das instituições de ensino superior na Alemanha possuem igual. E alguns eventos que a gente tem durante ao decorrer do ano em nossa universidade. Por exemplo, o Dia dos Calouros, a gente organiza uma festa para receber todos os novos estudantes. Possuímos o Sabores do Mundo, onde todos os estudantes fazem um prato de seu país. E o Festival Universitário, que é um show que acontece no nosso campus de Deggendorf todo o verão. Universitários, a gente possui vários grupos de esporte. No meu caso, eu faço aqui basquete, mas temos também futebol, badminton, natação, entre outros esportes. É uma maneira, e muitos desses esportes você vai fazer também com as pessoas que vivem na cidade. Então, vai ser uma maneira bem importante de você praticar e aprender alemão, aprender sobre a cultura local. Financiamento. E como é que é, quanto custa para estudar aqui? Bom, para se inscrever é necessário uma taxa de 60 euros. Sendo aprovado, a gente cobra por semestre 500 euros e uma taxa de estudantes do sindicato estudantil de 82 euros. Então, no total, por semestre, o aluno pagará 582 euros. Esse valor é um dos mais baixos da Alemanha, então, e é uma das a universidade aqui é uma das melhores da região. Bom, fora isso, um gasto por mês normalmente vai girar em torno de 350 a 700 euros por mês com aluguel. Isso vai depender se você vai morar ou sozinho ou vai dividir apartamentos com outros estudantes. E tem os gastos com seguro de saúde, outras taxas que giram em torno de 150 a 200 euros por mês. Mas a gente possui algumas bolsas de estudos e alguns auxílios que vai até 900 euros por mês. E uma lista, como eu expliquei para vocês, do valor do aluguel, da residência. De formatura, não são todas as universidades que têm. Na Alemanha não é um costume aqui, mas a nossa universidade tem. A gente espera ver vocês aqui, comemorando com a gente. E esses são os nossos contatos nas redes sociais. Então, qualquer dúvida, pode sempre contar com a gente, que estaremos disponíveis para responder a vocês. Essa foi. Muito obrigado a todos.
Obrigado. It will be also maybe important to tell we are a public university, so in generally, if you have a European citizenship, even if you're of a dual citizenship, you can study for free. In case you're international, then you do have to pay the 500 years. And also important to mention is we don't work with Uni Assist as well, so the application goes directly through us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Muito obrigada, Marcos. Now we can go to the questions. I'll ask all of our guests to turn on their cameras. I see you've already interacted in the chat a bit, but we can go over them again. So Victor asked, is it a technology degree plus post-graduation enough to apply for a postgraduate or master degree in any of the 3 universities? This technology degree that he refers to is a type of degree have here in Brazil. For just explain for our German guests that may not know it, we call it tecnólogo in Portuguese. I can say that usually you need a bachelor degree to apply for a master's in Germany, but maybe our guests can clarify a bit about each university, because they each have their requirements, and maybe the course history can be analyzed to see if there's a match. So if anyone wants to take the question.
Yeah, I mean, I have already answered in the chat, but it is actually exactly how you were explaining. Normally, the standard is that we require a bachelor degree, but I don't want to say no, never want to say no to talents. And that's why I have already told in the chat, please apply. Let us have a chat in person, and we can just check if you fit into our program and if we can accept that. It's an individual thing.
I'll say for Deggendorf is the same, depends on the study course, depends on the faculty, depends on several things. So the best thing you can do is just maybe send your documentation, we can run it for you and see what we can do.
Yes, it's the same for us. We normally ask for a bachelor degree with 210 ECTS, which is comparable to 7 semesters bachelor degree. But well, we can do exceptions also and maybe arrange our program to give you some more credits during your studies here.
Thank you so much. So I think we can go to the next question. It's from Marcela. She says, my primary degree is a 5-year bachelor in psychology, but my postgraduate studies and current work are in a STEM field, where I work as a neuropsychologist specializing in machine learning. Am I eligible to apply to the programs? Does anyone care to start?
Well, again, I think it depends on the program. I mean, in our case, it's the same suggestion. It really depends on the program. It's something STEM related. We will need to see what your certificates previously are and how we can align them with the faculty. And I guess for the other ones, it's going to be also quite similar. Like if you want to do a master's in Germany, there is not a straight way. It always depends on the faculty, the course, and well, the interest of the university on you as well.
Yeah, just jump in. It's the same I already answered on the chat. So I believe as we are focusing with that 2 programs we have presented more on the construction industry, infrastructure, urban scale, and so on, might be not 100% fitting what is written in this question. But of course, our University of Applied Sciences is offering some more programs than just the 2 we have presented. So have a look on the homepage and feel free to contact directly.
Yeah, that's also our case. We also have a lot of programs, but they are not taught in English then. I think machine learning, well, it's part of some courses, but we are not specialized on it. We have an institute who works with machine learning, but well, I'm not sure. You just have to try out and we will then check it.
Okay, so to the next question from João Paulo. Regarding the programs taught in Germany, I recently earned the Goethe-Zertifikat C1. The passing score for the exam is 60 or above. However, I have seen that some university requires scores higher than 70 in individual modules. Could you please clarify whether the universities listed here, mainly Deggendorf, accept any passing score on the Goethe-Zertifikat C1 modules? Additionally, how long is the certificate considered valid or recognized? Maybe we can start with Deggendorf.
Well, generally speaking, from our side, it depends on the course again. There are some courses that accept a B2 certificate already in German. There are other courses that will require a C1. So it's really dependent on the course that you're interested at directly. Generally, if you have C1, C1 is fine for us. The only important thing is that your certificate is not older than 2 years by the time of application.
Well, Goethe C1 should be eligible in our university. We normally have TED, DAF, and BSH. the SH. But well, we accept also other things, and for sure Goethe Institute, yeah, is very well known and very good courses. So C1 should fit.
Okay, anyone else, or can we?
Yeah, for us it's easy. The two programs we have presented are in English, so you have not the Goethe things and certifications. You have the IELTS or the TOEFL for English language, easygoing. But as I mentioned before, if you're interested for other programs in our HFT, of course you should double check that. But I believe there is a common standard in all the universities, and this is more or less what you have listened already from the other two.
Great, thank you. So moving on, we have a question in Portuguese for Marcos. Marcos, poderia explicar melhor o requisito que requer o estudo e parceria com a Áustria mencionado?
I think Daniel can explain this better.
I can take over, yeah. Well, we have a cooperation with the Studienkolleg, with the Fachhochschule Oberösterreich. This is an Austrian university, and part of the cooperation, our cooperation consists basically on the following. It's a Studienkolleg which is completely taught in English, so you don't have to have any German knowledge to join it. It's held, however, in Austria, which means it makes you eligible for Austrian universities and our university, because we have a partnership with them. The partnership also, we secure you that if you finish your things in the Fachhochschule Oberösterreich, that you will get a place in Deggendorf. Of course, if you pass the Feststellungsprüfung, which is the final exam that they have there.
Thank you so much. I think we are at our final question from Rafael. He says, Guten Tag. Please, I just need some information regarding accessing the content of this webinar later, as I could only connect some minutes ago. I am a cybersec engineer with bachelor degree and 20 years jobs experience, willing a doctorate on the same area. So, Rafael, if you consented to the use of your data, our guests will receive your contact data, and they can send you the presentations afterwards. And also this session is being recorded and will be available later on the DAD Brazil YouTube channel. So you can watch it all again if you need to. So this question I can easily answer. So I think we are at the end of our session. I would like again to thank our guests for the presentations and for all of the information that you've shared, and thank all of our audience that has joined with us today. I will just make some quick reminders in Portuguese. Se você ainda não se inscreveu na newsletter do DAD, eu recomendo que faça. A gente sempre avisa quando a gente tem eventos do tipo. Também, se você precisar de informações sobre bolsas de estudo, você pode entrar em contato com a nossa equipe aqui no Rio de Janeiro. E os nossos convidados, como eu falei, vão receber as informações de contato, se vocês permitiram. E vocês podem depois fazer perguntas e enviar o histórico acadêmico de vocês para eles diretamente para análises mais individuais. So, back to English. Thank you so much again for our guests, and we'll see you in the next sessions.